guys, it is Thursday, April 9th. We are going to be looking at 199 in your history book, the Spanish-American War. The island of Cuba is located 90 miles south of Florida. It was one of Spain's last possessions in the New World. Though Spain struggled to keep Cuba, the people of Cuba constantly fought for their independence. In an effort to stop the fighting, the Spanish sometimes treated the Cubans cruelly. In time, the people of the United States grew sympathetic towards the Cubans. It was their wish that the people of all countries could be free and independent as Americans were. The purpose of the Spanish-American War was to set Cuba free from Spain. That was the whole purpose they had. The purpose of the Spanish-American War was to set Cuba free from Spain. Take note of that. Since the only way to get to Cuba from either the United States or Spain was by water. The navies of both countries became very important. When the war began, Admiral George Dewey of the United States Navy was sent to the Philippine Islands. Although these islands are in the Pacific Ocean near China, they also belong to Spain. Admiral Dewey sailed into the bay of the Philippine Islands where the fleet of the Spanish ships was docked. There, the United States Navy destroyed the Spanish ships without receiving harm to our own ships. An important name, Theodore Roosevelt. Meanwhile, Americans were fighting the Spanish in Cuba and in the seas nearby. Theodore Roosevelt, who would one day become President of the United States, led a group of American soldiers known as the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders played an important part in winning the most important land battle fought in the Spanish-American War. The Battle of San Juan Hill. The entire war lasted only 3 months. It was the shortest war in the United States had ever fought until that time. Okay, let's look on page 200. Results of the Spanish-American War. As a result of the Spanish-American War, Spain gave Cuba her freedom and the United States received several islands that had previously belonged to Spain. The Philippines and Guam in the Pacific Ocean, and Puerto Rico and islands near Cuba. In return, the United States paid Spain $20 million. During the years after the war, the United States tried to help the people of these islands by building hospitals and schools. Many missionaries from the United States went to the Philippine Islands. Americans helped the people of the Philippines to learn how to govern themselves. Spain, which once owned a great wealth in American possessions, now owned none. Perhaps the most important result of the war to our country is that other countries now saw us as world power because of our possessions around the globe. Okay, the Panama Canal. The North American continent is connected to the South American continent by a narrow strip of land called the Isthmus of Panama. This thin strip of land is about 480 miles long and from about 30 to 120 miles wide. On one side of Panama is the Pacific Ocean. As time passed, men talked about building across the narrow strip of land a canal or man-made waterway that would connect the two oceans. Okay, you have a comprehension check 16B on page 200. I want you to do 1 through 4 on that, and we will go over it whenever you get back and you turn in your packets. I cannot wait to see y'all. I miss y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day.